So, you want to hear another story, huh? One where the very fate of Pandora hangs in the balance?
Handsome Jack is gonna kill us all unless you can stop him.
If not, too bad, I'm telling you anyway.
Borderlands 2, a game that came out in 2012. I waited until 2016 to play, and I'm waiting even longer to tell you about it now. And if by some miracle you haven't heard of this game by now, someone needs to tell you about all the guns, bosses, badasses, guns, robots, innuendos, guns, out-of-pocket dialogue, and did I mention guns that this game has to offer?
Chant louder, boys! Marcus can't hear us! Guns! 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 Guns!
And I know what you're thinking. Tons of games have guns, bosses, badasses, robots, innuendos, all that kind of stuff. But, you know what they don't have? Shotguns that fire 4 shots synonymously. Others described using Texas as an adjective.
Sentence had too many syllables. Apologize!
And ridiculous questions like these.
Question time!
Minion, what have you done?
What does this mean?
Would you like to do battle with a midget riding piggyback on a bullymong?
How do you feel about gang wars?
These are human beings with lives and families.
You ever seen that one movie about the dog who played basketball?
How many pets do you have? 2. I have 13.
When did you have your first kiss?
Totally kidding. Screw those guys.
Did you ever see the sequel to the dog basketball movie where the dog went to space? And if so, which of the 2 do you prefer?
If you would like me to not eat you until after you were dead, I understand and respect your wishes. I will also completely ignore them.
If they're so nice, how come they're frozen? Checkmate.
Who is the most attractive person on Pandora? That's an awful thing to say! Ellie's like a 10!
And they love skinny chicks because they's pussies.
If any of those even made you chuckle, like, comment, and
Pandora.
Ring! You don't want to hear about that, Vault Hunter! You want to hear about loot and packs and explosions! I'm Tori, and I'm here to ask you one question and one question only. Explosions?
But quotable dialogue and funny characters aren't what make a game good. At least, not on their own. To know what makes a game good, first you must remember poop. Wait, no, that's not right. Elvis, enemy variety, loop of gameplay, villain, improvement of character or abilities, and the story. Enemy variety is not an area in which this game lacks. You have all different kinds of Pandoran wildlife to fight, as well as bandits, false gods, snowmen.
Mr. Snowflake hates the sound of joyful singing.
No! Not the cheerful singing! I hate cheerful singing!
And robots, which very conveniently sways us to our next point, loop of gameplay. See, with so many different enemy types, you're gonna have different types of health bars. I'm sure as you've noticed, the robots here have yellow health bars, but some of the enemies before had red health bars. Well, that's the difference between flesh and armor. And some enemies will spawn with a shield over their regular health bar. Fret not, with these different HP types, we have different elements to go with each one.
Slag, fire, electricity, corrosion's coming up next, but what am I forgetting?
Slag multiplies the damage of anything that isn't slag. Fire works best on flesh.
I love you so much!
That was kinda weird.
Acid works on armor, and shock works on shields. There are non-elemental weapons as well that do a little more damage than your elemental weapons, but they don't get damage buffs against certain types of HP bars, and they don't have damage over time effects. There's also another elemental type that doesn't have a damage over time effect, but it will do increased damage to just most things in the game.
Explosive!
With a combination of enemy variety
Giant goddamn metal T-Rex!
and damage type variety, there's always a reason to be swapping weapons and looking out for new and better gear. Speaking of new and better gear, we're gonna skip over the V in Elvis for a second and move on to improvements. Now, this can come through either your character, your abilities, or the equipment your character has, just as long as you feel like you have a sense of improvement and progression in the game. Borderlands 2 accomplishes this in 2 ways. You have your character with their skills, abilities, skill trees, each character and skill tree being unique to itself and none really feeling like one another, This, included with the hundreds of unique weapons, shields, grenade mods, class mods, and relics you can find in the game, there's almost an infinite number of ways for the game to be played.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, or in your case, the word kill repeated 1,000 times.
Want to gib midgets with grenades? How about dual-wielding any two weapons you want? Or maybe you just want to punch someone so hard that everyone around them explodes.
Like I said, instead of punching, I prefer to keep my distance from the target, pick my moment, and kill them with a single well-placed shot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You lost me at instead of punching.
Borderlands is above all else absurd.
Fur mohawk, baby! Woo-hoo!
But there's nothing absurd about how well the characters, the villain, and the story are all written for this game. I will be avoiding major spoilers. I probably won't be diving into the story all that much. Know it has a great one, but we're mainly going to be talking about the villain here.
Hey kiddo, Jack here, president of Hyperion.
I see our fearless leader Jack is looking for you. Charming fellow, isn't he?
Oh, this is so frustrating. You see, this is what I don't get about you bad guys. You know the hero's gonna win, but you just don't die quickly. I will pay you to kill yourself.
Spouts drivel about bringing peace to the frontier, then shoots unarmed men, women, and children like I was going out of style. I'm spouting exposition again, aren't I? Apologies!
Man, example. This one guy in New Haven, right? City's burning, people are dying left and right, yada yada yada. This jackal rushes me with a spoon. A freaking spoon, and I'm dying laughing, right? So I scoop out his stupid little eyeballs with it, his kids are all, wah! And I can't, he can't see where he's going, he's bumping into stuff, and anyway, I don't know, maybe you had to be there. The moral is, you're a total bitch.
Handsome Jack is a man on a righteous path. A path to cleanse Pandora. Cleanse it of all the bandits, murder, and chaos, anarchy that goes on there. The issue with this, however, is Jack is just as backwards and as savage as the rest of the planet, if not more so.
And we beat her for hours. We ripped it out of her broken fingers. But we let her live because that's what heroes do. They show mercy.
And even when he's showing mercy by beating a woman within an inch of her life and leaving her to rot, he's also dumping countless amounts of corpses.
Sorry about the mess. Everything Jack kills, he dumps here. Bandits, vault hunters, claptrap units. If I sound pleased about this, it's only because my programmers made this my default tone of voice. I'm actually quite depressed.
Now Jack wants to cleanse this planet, but how's he gonna do it? That's the big thing. How are you gonna stop his plan? How are you gonna foil it? Jack wants to open a vault created by an extinct alien race said to hold extreme power.
Again? Jack's tearing Pandora apart to find the vault. They say Jack's drilling operations are causing those earthquakes. That, or your mom just got out of bed. Zing!
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna beat him to the vault.
Well done! Your ability to walk short distances without dying will be Handsome Jack's downfall.
But like Jack's gonna let that happen, he's already got the vault key and he was the one who hired you to come to Pandora, just so he could kill you.
Let me explain how things work here. The Vault Hunters show up, Vault Hunter looks for the new vault, Vault Hunter gets killed by me. You see the problem here? You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, Pumpkin.
Speaking of people on Pandora, the people of Pandora tend to look at Jack as somewhat of a deity, saying things like, as Jack is my witness, he wants the people of Pandora to know and love who he is.
I'm the one who feeds and protects everyone. Remember, we should all love our parents, but love me more.
Even with his extremely strict laws.
Did you know littering an opportunity is punishable by death? If not, you also ought to know complaining about opportunities laws is considered verbal littering.
Even going as far as to probably make up statistics.
Hey kids, did you know your chances of being disemboweled increase by 80,000% upon leaving opportunity? It's a scientific fact.
I don't know, those statistics are probably pretty accurate. So Jack isn't playing fair, but lucky for you, you aren't gonna either.
What the f*** is a riff?
Using the power of friendship and all these guns you found, you and up to 3 of your friends are gonna be able to take down Handsome Jack and save Pandora. But that's not the only thing you can do, because Jack isn't the end goal of this game. What's the end goal? Well, this is Pokemon, baby. We're talking post-game, post-game, post-game. We've got raid bosses, we've got DLCs, and we've got headhunters. There's so much stuff for you to do after you've already beat Borderlands 2, not to mention the 2 more playthroughs of the game that it allows you to do and scale everything with your level. Headhunters are short side DLCs that only take about an hour to beat if you're really slow, and you plan on farming the boss at the end of it. DLCs are quite a bit longer than Headhunters. They're usually in between 2 to 3 hours to complete, offer plenty of side quests, and have their own unique loot that came with the DLC. And the DLCs are full of diversity, and I don't mean the kind that's in the BuzzFeed staff room. I mean the kind that actually makes a difference. One DLC is a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, another is a quest to prove that you're Pandora's ultimate badass, another is a weekend of hunting and relaxation, and last but not least, we have a quest for pirate treasure. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. One of the big reasons this game is still alive to this day is the 3 games that came after it suck dick and balls. One specifically, the other 2 are pretty tolerable. And the mod community is still very much alive.
You wanted it? You got it! Prepare to face the champ! Shut up! All of you! Shut up!
But that's pretty much Borderlands 2. A game about delivering midgets to heaven and picking up every gun you can find because you want to be the biggest badass you can. Get out there and start shooting shit. Have a good day.